What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about a very interesting subject that a lot of you guys have brought up about Calvin Johnson and also with Anthony Barr. Being that his price is so low, a lot of concerns are going around that, like, Gmia, is he really worth it as a user? What's going on with that? Plus, you can get Calvin Johnson for a lot cheaper. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that. I'm going to ask all you guys to go ahead and like the video as we do so. So pretty much what I'm going to show you right now is Anthony Barr's price. The last we checked was about, what was he? I think he was about 384. He was on the low end, right? And Calvin Johnson was about 172. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what's actually transpiring right now. People are, giving different assessments about, the reasoning behind why he's so cheap. All right, so he's at 375 right now. And they're like, yo, he's cheap because he's not as good as Telvin Smith. He's not as good as Roquan Smith. All these other things, right? The honest thing about it is, it's about where we are with the promo. People are not ready to spend coins for certain things right now because they're expecting other things to happen. So they're not going to do certain things. They're not going to put up the coins at this rate right now simply because it doesn't make any sense. We're still waiting. That's for a majority. Some of you guys may be right when you're saying that the other cards are better. That's why people are not doing it. But again, when you look at, I'm going to show you Calvin Johnson's also, just to make sure we see what's going on with the price values and everything like that. Then we're going to jump into one of the solos. If you guys want to see live gameplay with both of the players, you can easily go to twitch.tv/GmiasWorld and look at some of my past broadcasts, and you'll be all set with that. So we're going to look for Calvin. Why am I in caps? Okay, let me see. It's like somebody's yelling at me, bro. Like, let's go over here, and we're going to look at this real quick. And I'm going to give you guys some insight. I just want you guys to see the prices first. All right, so you see 143, and then we saw 375. All right, so both of them are 6'5". I'm going to tell you right now, Calvin is not as good of a user as everybody thinks that he is, and I've experimented with it several times, and I've come to the conclusion that, regardless, it doesn't matter the mode, by the way, like everything, like I've played live games with both of them. I've tried it out with different opponents and everything like that. It doesn't really matter. Whichever, what kind of mode you're in or whatever, the way that they move around and the way that they feel are completely different with everything that goes on. So ultimately, what you're going to have to figure out is, what do you want out of your user linebacker? Now, right now, like, look, he's 94 speed with the sprinter and the John Madden coach. Okay, so that being said, what happens with that is you are going to get a faster player with Calvin Johnson. The only issue is his hit power, his tackling, all the things that he has are very, very low. As opposed to Anthony Barr, as a user linebacker, you have better hit power, you have better tackling. It's a lot easier to get the things done that you want to get done. So if you're trying to debate about it and you guys are like, yo, Gmi, what should we do? Should we run nickel blitz? Should we stay with our 4-3s, 3-4s, 5-2s? What should I do? Me personally, I'm going to stay away from nickel unless I need to send maximum heat, because usually I'm sending 6 or 7 out of that. So if I do choose to play with nickel, I'm going to use Calvin Johnson in that situation. All right, if I'm playing in any other situation, I'm simply going to tell you I'm going with Anthony Barr. So right now what we're going to do is I'm going to just give you guys some insight right here. We're going to put Anthony Barr there. All right, Vaughn, we don't have that much time to do anything. Another thing was, people were saying, because he has a 97 zone, would that make sense to put him, at an actual strong safety position? That again, what is he doing? Why did he just do all that? Did you just see what he just did? That was craziness. Yo, bro, okay, now I'm getting trucked. But anyway, like I said, is it safe to put Calvin there? I really don't think so. Again, because of his low tackling and stuff like that, I really believe that you should be usering that card if you're going to play with it. All right? If you're going to play with that card, you're going to user it. That's pretty much where I end off with him. If you're going to put him out in coverage because, whatever, you think that it's okay to do it like that, all right, man. All right, EA. All right, man. Just let him run around and just destroy my life. Let him pick my mom's up at 8-2. Make sure he's fashionably late. Like, what the... yo, man, I don't get it, man. I really just don't get it. I really... Bro, like, when I look at this and the stuff that the CPU is doing right now, I'm really getting annoyed. But anyway, like... What? Bro, everybody just fell down on the ground. What is this? Oh, pick it. Oh, okay. What? Yo, whatever. Do whatever you want, man. You can do whatever you want right there. What kind of... All right, that doesn't matter. But anyway, that's that situation. Now what we're going to do right here is we're going to put Calvin Johnson in, all right? And then from there, okay, is he in? All right, he's there. All right, so look, this is what we're going to do. We're gonna run the blitz, right? We're going to run the blitz. We're going to run nickel blitz right now. And then we're going to have Calvin right here. We're going to sit with him on this side. I'm going to just show you what I'm talking about. All right, so they ran the ball, and they're going to run for 6 probably. They're going to run for 6, and they're going to pick my mom's up, and they're going to probably do her. Then they're going to go ahead right now, and they're going to hurry up offense. So this is going to get very exciting very fast. Like, you guys are in store for a lot of stuff that EA has that they're offering you free of charge. Like, EA is going to give you this action free of charge. So, okay, so it's a dot. Okay, good job, man. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I did blitz that guy. That's right. All right, so look, I'm blitzing everybody like an idiot. We're going to probably have to stop that right now to be able to deal with this, so we're going to leave it like that. Let me see what they do now. Okay, Calvin Johnson, for some reason. All right, good. You can see pretty much what's happening. It's your preference. He's 1 speed point faster. I don't think that that's enough to, to pretty much make him that guy, but if that's something that, gets you guys excited, you can go with it. But, he's a 6'5" dude. He's 6'5", just like, Anthony Barr is. I didn't really feel that much of a difference. I did cause a fumble with him. Okay, just so that we're on the same page as far as the hit power goes, because EA doesn't make any sense. So I did cause a fumble with him at that 55 hit power. So I agree with those of you that are saying that the hit power doesn't really matter. It's EA Sports. You guys might be on something, but again, is it really worth it? Like, okay, I don't know who is that? Who picked that up? Derwin James. Is it really worth it to put him out in coverage? And I don't think that it is. I would go ahead and I would stay with the safer choice with Anthony Barr. Keep in fact, though, that he is one of the cheapest, 94 overall cards, and he is going for, that cheap of a price. And 2 of him is going to give you a power-up Khalil Mack, just so that we're on the same page. So if you weren't lucky enough to get Khalil Mack through packs, you can still go ahead and use the training points. I myself have decided to use the training points in that situation, just so that it's easier for me to get him powered up, and then whatever. I already have the other Anthony Barr there, so it's not going to cost me anything else. Bro, what? How is he able to do that? Who is that fat animal? What is that? Why did they just let him run around and just do that? I got to know who that guy is, though. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so look, pretty much with everything else that we just explained, we're going to go ahead and we're going to say that, in my opinion, right, is it okay to keep both of them and interchange them if you run nickel? Yes, I would say that that's cool, because usually when you're running nickel, you're probably going to be blitzing 6 or 7. Okay, so when you're blitzing 6 or 7, what happens is you got to make sure that your user can get up and go ahead and get the ball. Now, I will tell you this. If somebody high passes you and it's the perfect high pass, your player will not jump. All right, I'm just going to put it out there. No matter how tall they are, it could be Dikembe Mutombo. It doesn't matter. They are not going to jump for the ball. So I want that to be very, very clear, so that we're at a complete understanding. No matter what anyone else is telling you about it, it's not like it's the end-all, be-all with either of the users, even though they're that tall. It does not matter. They will and they should always never react, based on EA Sports' theories, react to a high pass. You will literally be standing there and your guy will not react to the high pass. Okay? So for the last thing, that what we're going to do right here, I'm going to just show you. I'm going to go to the cards real quick, give you a little bit more insight, in depth into what's actually going on, right? So my Anthony Barr is now a 96. That's the other one. That's the regular extra one I have. You'll see that he quick sells for 9,000 training. So once we get ready to get that Khalil Mack, that'll be a no-brainer. His other card, where is he? Where's the other Anthony Barr at? Oh, there he goes. He was right there in front of me. So let's look at what's going on with the jumping and everything like that, just to kind of show you what's really happening. This is his jumping. He has an 86 jumping. That's pretty low, but the threshold is like 75 with an 80 agility to activate ball hawk. All right? So you can see his agility is up there. That's why he moves around a lot more freer than Calvin Johnson. He's not as stiff. Calvin Johnson as a user has been very, very stiff for me. But again, it's Calvin Johnson, so we look past it. We're not really trying to go wild about it, but he does move around rather stiffly. You know what I'm saying? Does it give me a semi-chub? No, it does not, if you were to ask about that. Now, you can look at his agility and you can see that he should be a little bit more agile. And I'm pretty sure his jumping is a lot higher because he's Calvin Johnson. He has a 96 jumping, right? This guy, I was usering him, and I got mossed in the end zone, like just standing there straight trying to jump and just didn't get an animation. So that's just to clear up the whole myth about whatever. Because just remember, you'll play a guy with a guy that has a 6'10" user. Well, not a 6'10", I mean a 6 foot, 6'0" even user, and he will jump higher than Calvin Johnson or Anthony Barr. It just depends on the animation that EA wants to give you. So you can see with him maxed out, 94 speed, 93 acceleration. But then you go to these things like with the hit power. Like I said, I did force a fumble with him. It probably was a fluke. But what happens is this. If you leave him out in coverage and you're trying to generate a big hit, you're going to get that animation where you like rub him on the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to make sure that you guys understand that. This is the situation. They're going to give you the same animation over and over with him because his hit power is relatively low. Now, when you go to Anthony Barr, it's a little bit different. Okay? It's a little bit different because, you know, they can't just let you get that animation. He has a higher hit power. He's going to be able to, you know, possibly get different animations when it comes down to that. So where is it at? Where's this hit power at? Let's get down. Whoa, why is it this far down though? Why is this hit power this far down? Okay, 93. So he's going to generate a different animation that will more likely give you a fumble than Calvin Johnson would, which is why I would usually recommend having him as the user overall. Because, you know, they don't really give you a lot of fumbles, but this is a higher chance of getting one. Even though then, like I told you, I was able to force one with Calvin Johnson, and it probably was a fluke. So overall, I would probably keep both of them because it doesn't hurt to have both of them on the squad. But primarily, I would use Anthony Barr. All right? You guys can keep the questions coming. Once I get a chance, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Shout out to all the new subs. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.